So, the next review we have up is The Boy. I've heard many things about this film over the years. I've heard that this is a very good, scary horror film, and I've also heard that this is a very crappy horror film. You either hate this movie, or you love this movie. I don't think there's very many people who think it's just okay. You either love this movie, or you absolutely hate it. It's one of the worst pieces of garbage you've ever seen in your life. I'm not going to say it's one of the biggest pieces of garbage I've seen in my life. No. This is all about this woman who gets this nanny job, and she goes to London. Later we find out the reason she goes to London is because she lost her child due to an abusive boyfriend, so she's trying to get away from that and start a brand new life. She finds out that she's going to be pretty much watching this this doll. This glass doll, and creepy things start to happen. And it just takes so many different ways of going for scares that aren't even scary. Your classic false jump scares where there's nothing really to be scared of, unless you're a real lightweight to horror films. This film is not going to scare you whatsoever. But if something like, say, if something like, oh, I don't know, the new Halloween scared you, then this is going to be too much for you. This movie takes one of the worst twists has one of the worst twists I've ever seen in a horror film, or in film general. It brings the movie down way, way more. If you've had a logical ending, instead, spoilers here, you do get to find out that this boy is not actually alive. I wanted to see that this spirit of this boy was inside this doll. Instead, you find out that the parents were hiding their son. And now he's a grown man. The twist comes when the doll is broken due to the abusive ex-boyfriend, and the boy has been wearing this mask and just moving the doll and making her think that's alive. And I'm thinking, how have you been living in these walls? Then you find out that he had his own room down there, but that still doesn't explain it, because those walls are not very big. They're not very big walls. There's no way that you can have a freaking room-size hallway with a bed and a chair and a fridge and everything. There's no way. He had his own apartment in the walls. I mean, by God, you could literally having a football or a basketball game, throw a ball back and forth between 4 or 5 different people, and still have room for 75 more people in that one hallway room. This film is very, very bad. It's not scary. It's cliched as hell, with one of the worst endings I have ever seen. But it does have one tiny redeeming quality, and it's that the acting is pretty decent in there. The cinematography is fine, but when your film builds to nothing, and then you give us a complete bullshit ending that makes us completely hate your film more, then you're just spitting in our faces. The Boy gets a D-.